Stop number 8 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Martinsville Speedway in quiet little Martinsville, Virginia, as we're set to there today for 75 laps of action on the shortest of the short tracks that we run on the series schedule. It's the running of the STP 500 as we're set for 75 laps of racing. Had a great race at the last two short tracks we run at Bristol and North Wilkesboro, and here we are today. So he takes a race at Martinsville. On the pole, it is Kat Batson, car 21, the Pure Later Ford. On the pole, she's alongside William Brock on the number 4 Kodak Film Oldsmobile, a good qualifying run for William this season. Second row has Matt McIntyre in 18 and Cole Deaver in GM Goodman Chevrolet car number 3. He won a season at Rockingham. Third row is Jesse Turner, number 90, and number 9, Jessica Shelton in the Coors Melling Ford. As the outside, Jess won a season at Richmond. Fourth row is the man who won at North Wilkesboro, Quentin Moore in a Quaker State Buick, car 26. He'll be alongside car 43, Mike Becker in the STP Pontiac. Next row down, Levi McIntyre in the Tide Chevrolet, car 17. He'll be alongside number 50, Gene Samper. Going to row 6, it's Johnny Gardner, number 11, starting in position number 11. He'll be alongside Henry Sanford in 55. Next row down has number 33, Zach Rogers, and 22, Dylan Poteet, a pair of Buicks in that row. Next row down, Seth Cullen, 52, the Eureka Pontiac. He'll be alongside car 14. It is Kyle Langland. Seth has one of our in-car cameras in today's event. Another in-car camera is Kev Shearer in 71, the Buckstone Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside Phil Parker in car number 5. Next round has our third in-car camera, Joshua Osborne in 25, the Folgers Chevrolet. He'll be alongside car 29. It is Zachary Fitzwater. Next row down has Dylan Young in number 2 and number 75. It is Daniel Bouchard alongside. Next row down, Charles Stanford in 24 and Jay Jefferson in car number 30. Next row down, Kyle Matthews coming from way back in the 42 Mellow Yellow Pontiac. He'll be alongside 13, Austin Colano in the Carolina Tools Ford. Next row down has car 88, Nathan Orman, and number 51, Alex Miller. Next row down after that will be Keith Batson, car 20, Texaco Haviland Ford. He won at Bristol this season. Flanking him outside will be car 27, RJ Bishop in the Kodiak Pontiac. Next row down is car 7, Wes McCoy in the Xerox Antifreeze Ford. He'll be alongside car number 94. It is Ryan Brommer. Next row down has number 15, Jackson Haywood, and number 12, Rob Evans, who won at Darlington this season. Next row down is Zach Winkle, the Daytona 500 champion, and number 1, and number 47, Nathan Hudson. Next row down after that will be car number 6, the Strolite Ford of Paul Minnick, and number 83, Emmanuel Hartnett. The next row down after that will be Matt Haas, number 8, and Mitchell Collins in 70. And starting shotgun field will be Ryan George in car 44, the JD Stacy Buick. So the field is set up for 75 laps of racing here at Martinsville Speedway. A Ford and Oldsmobile front row for this race here. Kat Batson, I think it's her first pole of the season, I think, in car 21. William Brock, the first time he started in the top 5 this season, too. And he's got a pretty good car here for today's event. We'll see what happens here today. Here's the command to fire the engines for the STP 500. Command given to fire the engines as we get some for action here today on this 0.526 mile racetrack. If you look overhead at Martinsville, it is shaped almost like a paperclip. If you can, and you'll probably know why somewhat. But like I mentioned, out of the 4 short tracks we run on the schedule here, this is the shortest and the slowest of the bunch here. Pole speed here over 92 miles an hour around this racetrack here. They were doing about a little bit more than that in the other 2 tracks, 3 tracks I should say, at Bristol, Richmond, and North Wilkesboro. And hardly the next race after that, we'll be going from this, the shortest and the slowest at Martinsville, to the longest and the fastest at Talladega, where speeds will be about maybe over 100 miles an hour faster than that. What we're about to see here today. And green flag out, we're underway here at Martinsville. Brakes very critical on this type of racetrack here. This track has got about straightaways at about 800 feet long, and the turns Very, very tight. 2 hairpin turns at Martinsville Speedway were connected to 2 long straightaways. Kat Batson led the first lap. She's going to lead the second lap here as McIntyre goes to second position. Third is William Brock. Jesse Turner goes to fourth. Quentin Moore to fifth. Sixth is Cole Deaver. Seventh is Levi McIntyre. Eighth is Jessica Shelton. Ninth position right now is Henry Samper. And 10th is Mike Becker. There's a battle between Becker and Samper right now, the 43 and 55 machines, and as Henry takes the position away. Henry usually starts Henry like Brock as we're starting in the back of the pack a lot this season, but Henry had a great qualifying run here, as did Brock for that back too. As mentioned, William Brock started outside of the front row, and here comes Mike Becker to the low side in 43. He decides to pick up the crossover move on Henry Samper and takes position away. Jean Samper, number 50, that's Henry's sister. Well, Henry and Charles' sister, I should say. The Samper siblings going at it, Henry and Jean. Jean won the season at Atlanta this season in the Motorcraft 500. Jean looks low, and she can't get by her brother, and she's about ready to put the bumper to him right now. Meantime, out behind, Dylan Poteet trying to hold off Zach Rogers. And that's not going to work there. Rogers goes to the low side of the track here as they come off turn number 2. Poteet has the high side to his advantage at the moment. Seth Colroy and Johnny Gardner battling it out. Seth right now runs in 14th position. Johnny running in 15th at the moment. Bill Parker 16th. Kyle Langland 17th. 18th right now is Dylan Young. 19th is Kev Shearer. And 20th is Zachary Fitzwater with Charles Samper in 21st position in car 24. And his Hendrick teammate Joshua Osborne right behind him in 25. He runs in 21st position. And you're riding on board with Joshua Osborne in car 25. He runs in as we mentioned, 22nd in the field right now. And runs up in the back of Charles's DuPont Chevy Lumina. Joshua looking low on the track here and about to put the bumper to Samper's car at the moment. Fast laps race so far here, 90.999 set by Quentin Moore. That's the fast lap race so far, topping out speeds of almost 91 miles per hour. On the track here, Cat Batson, by the way, continues to lead the race here. Dana Bouchard runs in 23rd position. 24th is Nathan Orman. 25th is Kyle Matthews. You usually don't see him that far back at Martinsville. Same with Keith Batson in 28. Both of them had horrific qualifying runs for them, at least, on this track. And both trying to work their way up to the field nicely here as Matthews looks to the low side of Nathan Ormond for position, and he pushes Ormond up the track, and here comes Matthews in 42, sticks the nose at Pontiac to the low side, the black and green machine, and Keith Batson's going to try to follow suit, but Batson now in a battle with Jay Jefferson in the 30 machine, and those 4 cars bumper to bumper right there, and this is short track racing at its best right there. If you can call it short track racing at its best, I should say. But we had classic short track racing, however, at Bristol, though, when we had 8 caution flags in that race. And you see the rest of the field right there as the cars go by. Almost 3 wide right there between Nathan Hudson, Emmanuel Hardnett, and Ryan Brommer. That's about the not be dead last of the moment there. Cat Batson leads the race here, but again, second position is Matt McIntyre. Going to third right now is third position is still William Brock. Fourth is still Jesse Turner, and fifth is still Quentin Moore. That's how they run right now. McIntyre's in sixth position. Deaver's in seventh. Shelton's still eighth. Ninth is now Mike Becker, and 10th position is Henry Sanford. That's how they run right now at the moment here at Martinsville. As this race is now 15 laps old. We have 60 laps remaining in this race. Look at some battles going on right here. There's McIntyre and Deaver, 17 and 3 machines. That's 6th and 7th on your screen. Shelton again running in 8th. As she's trying to hold off the petty blue and red Pontiac of Mike Becker. Becker having his best run of the season so far. He's running in 9th position. His start of the season has not been all that keen, but so far so good for the King Richard Petty STP colors. There's Seth Cole in 52 car running in 14th position at the moment. The Eureka Vacuum Cleaners Pontiac. Johnny Garner still running in 15th. Kyle Langland 16th. Kev Shear running in 17th at the moment. As he's gotten by Phil Parker in the 5 car. That puts him at the 17th place at the moment. Riding with Kev Shear in number 71. He's running right behind Langland. That's battle for positions. Langland up ahead in 16th position. Rear bumper cam from Kev Shearer's car. He runs running up ahead of the 5 car of Phil Parker, the Levi Garrett Chevy. Looking at the speed right there, see how fast they go up the end of the straightaway and through the turns. Sheer up to 115 miles an hour into turn number 3 and down to about 65 miles an hour in the middle of 3 and 4. And then cross the start finish line and coming into turn number 1 at 115 again and into turns 1 and 2 down to about 63 miles an hour. And the last lap speed for Kev at 90.525 miles per hour. There he is in the Buck Stove Oldsmobile, running right now, as we mentioned, 17th in the field. Parker's 18th, Fitzwater 19th, and Dylan Young has dropped to 20th. He's about to fall in the clutches of Charles Sanford in 24, who runs in 21st position. Dylan Young, by the way, the points leader coming into this event here at Martinsville, as you see Seth Cole now trying to look low on Zach Rogers for position. That's 13th and 14th. Back to the leaders right there. Battle for 3rd position going on. William Brock in 3rd position right now. Quentin Moore has gotten by the 90 car. Jesse Turner, that's for 4th position. Quentin with another fast car in that 26 machine. As mentioned, one of the guys to watch this season here. Quentin's has got high hopes for this quicker. Quentin and the quicker state team's got high hopes for the season. And meantime, Matt McIntyre still trying to get around the 21 car of Kat Batson. That's for the lead. Batson's led the whole race so far. She has led all 26 laps. Battle for 3rd still raging on here between William Brock and Quentin Moore, and the caution flag looks like it's going to wave for the first time today here. You saw the stall car of Emmanuel Hartnett in the 83 car. There he is, and so first caution flag of the day waves on lap number 27 of this event. Emmanuel was running in 39th position. So take a look and see what happened to him going into turn number 3. Apparently a mechanical failure on the number 83 wins Kmart Oldsmobile. So stall car of Emmanuel Hartnett is going to bring out the yellow flag for the first time here today at Martinsville Speedway, and he is still on the pit road. So whatever mechanical problem he's got right now, I'm not sure if it's going to be repaired or not. But the running order right now, Kat Batson's the leader. Second position is is Matt McIntyre. Third is William Brock. Fourth is Quentin Moore. Fifth right now is Jesse Turner. There's several cars bumping into each other. I don't know what that's all about. Back at Martinsville Speedway here, and it's a header failure that caused the 83 car caused the demise of the 83 car of Emmanuel Hartnett. There you see the top 10 running right now. Right there, the 6 through 10 is led by McIntyre, Cole Deaver, Jessica Shelton, Mike Becker, and Henry Sanford. So the top 10 still remains status quo for the moment, with the exception of the trade for third place. And what a start Matt McIntyre is getting right there in the 18 car. Here comes to the low side of Cat Batson and car 18. Matt McIntyre goes to the lead. Batson goes to now fights on the outside of the track. Quentin Moore takes third from William Brock. And indeed, move Matt McIntyre to the top spot now in the 18 machine. The man from Indiana going to the top spot here. Cat Batson from the state of Maine. And 94 car of Ryan Brommer comes on the pit road. Here comes Cat Batson to the low side again. Now looks for the lead again herself. Cat saying, "I'm not letting you win this race, Matt." And she looks low on the track here. Cat led that lap by about a quarter of a car length. And now here comes McIntyre to the low side. And meantime, Jesse Turner now decides to get in on the fun here with Quentin Moore. R.J. Bishop, meantime, went to pit road in the 27 car. And now here comes the battle for third position between Turner and in the 90 and the 26 of Quentin Moore. And they're still dead even between McIntyre and Batson. Meantime, William Brock has slid back to about 6th position, I think. Actually, make that 7th position as Cole Deaver has gotten around him. And whoa, Batson's still side by side with McIntyre. We still got it going on here at Martinsville. And meantime, look at Quentin Moore in the 26 car. He doesn't know who he wants to go with. He knows he's got 2 fast cars in front of him. Quentin says, well, the inside lane works a lot better, so he's going to decide to go to the inside. But he decides to, well, as I said, decides to fall in behind Matt McIntyre. He decides to go low on the track now. That 26 car, we mentioned, of course, that 26 car was a rocket ship at North Wilkesboro. Well, it's the same thing at Martinsville. That car has been strong on the short tracks, pretty definitely. Had a good run at Bristol until mechanical failure nailed that car early in that race. Then proceeded to start from the pole and dominate all 60 laps at North Wilkesboro. And today he started this race in about, I think it was 5th position, and about 5th or 6th position here. And he is right now running strong right now today at Martinsville. He's up to 2nd place right now. Jesse Turner, meantime, goes by Levi McIntyre. That's for 4th position, or trying for 4th position. Deaver's in 6th position. 7th is Shelton. And here comes Shelton to the low side of Deaver's car. But nothing doing for the moment, but still falls back in behind us. We're now 40 laps into the books and 35 remaining here at Martinsville. William Brock has dropped to 8th position. Dylan Poteet right now runs in 9th. And Mike Becker is in 10th with 11th position right now, being held on by Zach Rogers. And Deaver completely misses that corner in turn number 1. And here comes Shelton to the low side. She'll get by. Or at least tries to get by. Deaver is strong in the outside lane, but Shelton has the preferred groove going into turn number 1, or turn 3, I should say. Now they go into turn number 1. There's your top 3 the way it looks like on the racetrack at the moment. It is Quentin Moore chasing down Cat Batson. He's looking for 2 wins in a row. He won, as we mentioned, at Wilkesboro. Cat Batson looking for her first victory of the season. She's won in the series before, but has not tasted victory yet this season. Cat driving an 81 Ford in this race here. Quentin Moore driving about an 86 or an 87 Buick. Off into turn number 3 they come here. Here comes McIntyre going to join in on the fray right there. The 21, 26, and 18 cars. Ford, Buick, and Chevy, the front 3 cars. Then you got a Chevy in fourth, a Ford in fourth, a Chevy in fifth. In the meantime, Shelton has taken 6th position away from Cole Deaver, so Shelton on the move herself. Usually runs well at Martinsville herself as too. She's won here quite a few times. Battle for second place now happening here. Your McIntyre looking to go inside of Quentin Moore once again here. Those 3 cars so far putting on quite a show here at Martinsville Speedway. Kev Shear's now gotten by Kyle Langland. That's for 16th position. Up ahead of him, Johnny Gardner in 15th in the Mountain Dew Buick. And meantime, Zachary Fitzwater's gotten by Phil Parker, but Phil says think again, and he looks low on Fitzwater now. That's for the 18th position, I think. Yes, it is 18th. Dylan Young runs in 20th position. Sanford has now lost a spot to Joshua Osborne. Osborne up to 21st position now. And meantime, Kyle Langland, or I should say, Kyle Matthews in the 42 car. Now trying to gain some spots as he looks low on Daniel Bouchard in the 75 Valvoline Pontiac. The 94 car of Ryan Brommer is not on the lead lap. He is in 39th position at the moment. And here comes Bouchard to the low side trying to follow Osborne, but now he is going to follow Osborne, and Sanford's going to go up high and lose a few positions here. Maybe but Bouchard thinks better of it, and Charles decides I've had enough of this. I want to put the bumper to that 25 car, teammate or no teammate. But to no avail, Charles still follows behind the 25 car of Joshua Osborne. Dylan Young is always up as the next car Osborne will face off against. He's in 20th position right now. Dylan Young is. Parker's in 18th. 19th is Fitzwater. Kyle Langland's in 17th. 16th is Shearer. 15th is Gardner. 14th is Seth Cole. Gene Sanford runs 13th. Henry Sanford, her brother, one of her 2 brothers, I should say, runs in 12th. Zach Rogers 11th. 10th is Mike Becker. 9th is Dylan Poteet. William Brock has dropped to 8th in the moment here, but still a good run for the 4 car. Cole Deaver runs 7th. 6th is Shelton. 5th is Levi McIntyre. Then it's Turner, McIntyre, Moore, and Kat Batson in the 21. So Kat right now still holding on to that lead here as she had picked up Pure Later as her sponsor. I think it was at the race at Richmond, I believe, is where she picked that up. Battle for third, Jesse Turner to the low side of McIntyre. He'll try to take third position away. Matt fights back on the outside of the racetrack here in the 18 machine, and now another McIntyre, no relation, Levi, looks low, and now Jessica Shelton joins in on the fun. And McIntyre gets loose. Here comes Shelton to the low side in car number 9. As she sticks the nose of her red and white Ford to the low side. And McIntyre decides, he says, hey, wait a minute, I want to take position away. And he takes third position now away from Jesse Turner. Turner comes back on the outside of the track now and looks for position back. So McIntyre with a perfect crossover move on the 90 car Jesse Turner. This is for third position, and back behind the battle for 5th. Between Levi McIntyre and Jessica Shelton. Meantime, we do have a battle for lead happening between the 21 and 26 cars. Kat Batson versus Quentin Moore. This time by will be 17 laps remaining here at Martinsville Speedway. 1 caution flag again, that's because of the stall car of Emmanuel Hartnett. 58 in the book, 17 to go. Mitchell Collins is off turn number 2 right now. He's the last car on the lead lap. Nathan Hudson runs 37. 36 is Alex Miller. Rob Evans 35th. Matt Haas 34th. Zach Winkle 33rd. Then right there ahead, Ryan George in the 32nd position. Then comes Paul Minnick. Then Austin Colano in 30th. 29th is Jackson Haywood. Wes McCoy running 28th. 27th is Jay Jefferson. 26th is Nathan Ormond. Keith Batson, disappointing for him so far, 25th in his race so far here. Again, the 94 car of Ryan Brommer is not on the lead lap. He is in 39th. Kyle Matthews running 24th. 23rd, Bouchard. 22nd is Sanford. Charles Sanford, that is. Joshua Osborne, 21st. 20th is Dylan Young. There's the rest of the field as they are right now. Henry Sanford trying to get around Zach Rogers at the moment. Meantime, Mike Becker has gotten by Dylan Potey. That's for 9th place. Damaged up and on that back end of number of the STP 43, but it's taking a licking and it's keeping on a ticking right now in that machine as he tries to close in on the 4 car of William Brock. And meantime, look at this battle happening here. Cole Deaver watching all this there is Jessica Shelton and Levi McIntyre still going on, and same with Matt McIntyre and Jesse Turner. Shelton not giving up that easy, and she never does for that fact too. And neither does Cole Deaver in that Goodwrench machine as he looks low in the track here. And here comes Matt McIntyre in the 18th car, and Levi McIntyre looks low, and Shelton for position. That's for 5th position. But they keep trading the inside and the outside lines, whatever. And this is good stuff right here. Now Shelton falls in behind. Here she comes again to the low side of McIntyre. Levi, that is. Meantime, Matt McIntyre has gotten ahead of Jesse Turner for the moment for 3rd place. But these two still going ahead. Deaver does not know who he wants to go with. Kind of confusing and say, well, one of y'all take position away and I can try to go low on the track. Ohio versus South Carolina versus Georgia going at it right here. And finally, Shelton pulls ahead of McIntyre and takes position away. That's for 5th place. Here comes Deaver. Now he decides to follow Jess for the moment. And meantime, we are less than 10 laps from the finish right now. We have completed lap number 66. We're down to 9 to go now. This will be the completion of lap 67. In fact, we have completed 67 for the moment now. So we're down to 8 laps remaining here at Martinsville Speedway. McIntyre gets loose again. Deaver sticks a nose that black Chevy to the low side of that orange and white machine. But this is the battle that all counts right now. Kat Batson, can she hold off Quentin Moore? Kat looking for win number 1 this season. Quentin looking for 2 in a row. Remember he won at North. Remember he dominated North Wilkesboro. And there you see the battles have now all settled out for the moment right here. Quentin Moore, though, he's still closing up there. He says go. Batson says no. 70 in the books. 5 to go. Ford in first. Buick in second. Those two have pulled away substantially now from the 3rd place machine. It's going to be done between those two. If something does happen in those two up front, remember Matt McIntyre's in 3rd. Mitchell Collins at the end of that straightaway right here, and here comes Quentin Moore to the low side now. So the margin is this time between the front 2 cars. Margins close up 23 hundredths of a second now between the front 2 cars. 3 laps remaining. If Quentin's going to make a move, he's going to have to do it right now. 6 hundredths of a second on the lap is not going to do it. 2 laps remaining for Kat Batson. She has gained a little bit on Moore now. On her advantage, it'll be the white flag next time by. Kat Batson started first from the pole at over 92 miles an hour. The average speed so far almost 84 miles an hour, 83.9 to be exact. As we come off turn number 4, she sees the white flag. 1 lap remaining here at Martinsville Speedway. She started first from the pole. Quentin Moore looks on the track here. Keith Batson coming into the pits. Unscheduled stop, obviously, from the 28 team. Quentin makes one final last-ditch effort, but it's not going to do it. Off turn 4, the STP 500 belongs to Kat Batson. She wins at Martinsville. Kat Batson at number 21, Pierre Later Ford, goes to victory lane as she takes the Woodburner Special to the winner's circle here. Quentin Moore, one special out of 2 in a row though, but still not a shabby day for him though. He finishes second in today's event. Third position will go to Matt McIntyre. Fourth position to Jesse Turner, and fifth place will go to Jessica Shelton. Going 6th will be Levi McIntyre. 7th place will go to Cole Deaver. William Brock with a great day, finishing 8th. Matt McIntyre comes home 9th. In 10th position will go to Dylan Poteet. Zach Rogers, Henry Sanford, Seth Cole, Gene Sanford, Kev Shearer, Johnny Gardner, Kyle Langland, Phil Parker, Zachary Fitzwater, and Dylan Young, the top 20 in today's event. Going 21st will be Joshua Osborne. 22nd place will go to Charles Sanford. Then Daniel Bouchard. Kyle Matthews, disappointing day for him in 24th. 25th will go to Jay Jefferson, Wes McCoy, Nathan Orman, Jackson Haywood, Austin Colano, and Paul Minnick, the top 30. Then Zach Winkle, Matt Haas, Ryan George, Alex Miller, Rob Evans, Nathan Hudson, and Mitchell Collins was the last car to finish on the lead lap, as Ryan Brommer was the only car to finish not on the lead lap in 38th. Keith Batson's problem was an ignition failure with 2 laps from Keith Batson suffered an ignition failure on the last lap of the race. Bummer for him. And RJ Bishop had a valve problem on his machine, but for him and Hartnett both, for all intents and purposes, it was engine problems on their machine. And for Batson, well, as we mentioned, an ignition failure on the last lap on his number 28 Texaco Haviland Ford. Average speed, 84.093 miles an hour, and Kat Batson dominates the day at Martinsville Speedway. She had some epic challenges, though, however, from Matt McIntyre and Quentin Moore. Don't say those 2 guys in the green car didn't try to beat the woman here today. But Kat wins the day here at Martinsville Speedway. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got interests, we got gaming videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA goes ours for his channel, be sure to check out our other series as well, including the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. That's Seth Cole's series that he runs, and I'm sure it's a whole lot better. His guarantee his series is a whole lot better than what I have to offer too. And also be sure to check out also the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series on Thrash Mania 899's channel as well. All part of the NNSCRA Cavalcade of series all part of the Cavalcade of NNSCRA offline series we do. Here, subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel on YouTube, and also like the page on Facebook as well. So that would do it here today at Martinsville Speedway here. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We will see you at Talladega for the Winston 500.